Terrence Howard's explosive interview has finally surfaced, and the revelations tied to Diddy are sending shockwaves through Hollywood. According to reports, Howard spoke openly about several high-profile figures he claims were connected to Diddy in ways the public never expected. Since those names began circulating, sources allege that Howard has been facing intense pressure and warnings over what he chose to reveal. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal troubles continue to deepen as a newly filed lawsuit reportedly brings even more powerful celebrities into the spotlight, including Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and LeBron James. With each new court filing, questions surrounding the entertainment industry's most influential circles grow louder. If the allegations continue to expand and Diddy is ultimately convicted, the fallout could expose a network of secrets that reaches far beyond one man, potentially triggering one of the most devastating scandals Hollywood has ever faced.
You're going to speak against me and use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. Man to man, eye to eye, integrity and in truth. I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man.
Academy Award-nominated actor Terrence Howard stepped away from Hollywood after witnessing realities that few people ever get to see. Behind the glamour, fame, and red carpets, he claims an environment exists where personal compromises and hidden expectations often determine who rises to the top. The controversy surrounding Diddy's arrest, along with the recordings and allegations now being discussed publicly, has only intensified scrutiny on the entertainment industry's inner workings. During a recent appearance on the Patrick Bet-David podcast, Howard shared that he turned down some of the most significant opportunities of his career because he refused to sacrifice his values. According to Howard, certain doors could have opened much wider for him, but accepting what was being asked came at a price he was never willing to pay. While others may have chosen a different path, he insists that protecting his principles mattered more than landing another blockbuster role or securing greater success.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at it. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. He's sitting there, just looking at it, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth. Or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
Terrence argued that when people agree to arrangements that compromise their personal values, the emotional impact can stay with them long after the success arrives. He questioned whether fame, wealth, or influence are truly worth pursuing if achieving them requires sacrificing self-respect along the way. In his comments, Howard suggested that some individuals in the entertainment world continue to struggle with painful experiences from their past, claiming that those memories can leave lasting psychological scars. He also referenced public figures such as Justin Bieber and Usher, speculating that the pressures and hardships associated with life in the spotlight may contribute to ongoing personal and mental health challenges, though such claims remain matters of opinion and public debate.
So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are, and that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream, they don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
In the days leading up to the interview, Terrence Howard posted a message that immediately captured attention across social media. He suggested that major truths were about to come to light, and indicated that he was prepared to challenge narratives he believed had been accepted for far too long. The post was written with a sense of urgency, portraying his upcoming statements as part of a larger effort to expose what he viewed as years of deception and hidden agendas. As the interview gained traction and clips spread online, discussions surrounding his claims intensified. Reports soon emerged alleging that some of the individuals connected to his remarks were unhappy with what had been said. According to various accounts, Howard was subsequently confronted by people referenced during the conversation and allegedly faced warnings over his decision to speak publicly. Not long afterward, he released another video addressing the growing reaction, making it clear that he intended to continue sharing his perspective despite the controversy surrounding his comments.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations.
As attention continues to build around Terrence Howard's remarks, broader questions are being raised about abuse, exploitation, and misconduct within powerful entertainment circles. For decades, Hollywood has faced repeated scandals involving influential figures accused of using their status, wealth, and connections to take advantage of others behind closed doors. High-profile cases connected to names such as Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Roman Polanski, and now Diddy have fueled public concern about whether systemic problems have been allowed to persist unchecked. These controversies have led many critics to argue that certain individuals operated within networks of influence that protected misconduct and discouraged victims from speaking out. Allegations have also surfaced claiming that powerful executives, industry insiders, and decision-makers may have helped create environments where abuse could continue without immediate consequences. While many of these claims remain disputed or are still being examined through legal and public scrutiny, the growing number of accusations has intensified demands for accountability and greater transparency throughout both the film and music industries.
You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, you know? Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head, you know? But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
And I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that it's always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card.
Supporters of this viewpoint argue that many of the rumors and concerns now surrounding Diddy are not entirely new. For years, 50 Cent publicly mocked, criticized, and questioned various aspects of Diddy's lifestyle and social circle, often suggesting that there was far more happening behind the scenes than the public realized. As new allegations continue to emerge, some observers have pointed back to those comments and wondered whether they carried a deeper meaning. Critics of the entertainment industry claim that silence has often been rewarded, creating a culture where influential people avoid speaking out even when troubling behavior is rumored to exist. However, it is important to note that merely attending an event does not prove knowledge of or involvement in any alleged wrongdoing. Still, the growing controversy has led many to ask what certain individuals may have known and whether warning signs were overlooked. According to accounts that have circulated for years, 50 Cent kept his distance from Diddy's private gatherings and repeatedly made it clear that he preferred not to be associated with that world,
a
position that has attracted renewed attention as the allegations continue to unfold.
I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my stuff.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you, and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards, or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter. Like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable.
Following years of public tension between 50 Cent and Diddy, many fans began comparing how different artists chose to navigate their relationships within the industry. Meek Mill was frequently seen alongside Diddy at events, luxury outings, and high-profile gatherings, leading to widespread speculation online about the nature of their friendship and professional connection. At the same time, 50 Cent repeatedly stated that he preferred to keep his distance, often suggesting that he was uncomfortable with certain situations and expectations he believed existed behind the scenes. Over the years, those remarks became a recurring topic of discussion among fans and media outlets alike. Critics and commentators have offered countless theories about why some celebrities align themselves with powerful industry figures while others choose not to. However, many of those claims remain speculative and unproven. What is undeniable is that the contrasting paths taken by Meek Mill and 50 Cent have become a major talking point as renewed scrutiny continues to focus on Diddy, his inner circle, and the relationships that helped shape some of the biggest careers in entertainment.
You got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. Stop it, man. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some fly shit and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
You're a hater. They say you're crazy.
And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
The controversy surrounding Diddy does not stop with the artists and entertainers already being discussed. For years, Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been associated with many of the same high-profile industry circles and events that place them alongside some of the most influential figures in entertainment. As legal battles continue to unfold, their names have also surfaced in recent court filings, drawing even more public attention to the growing scandal. The developments have fueled intense speculation online, with critics questioning how much powerful celebrities may have known about the culture surrounding certain exclusive gatherings. Others argue that appearing in a lawsuit does not automatically establish wrongdoing, and that the facts must ultimately be determined through the legal process. Even so, each new filing has expanded the conversation and increased pressure on some of the industry's most recognizable names. With investigations, allegations, and public scrutiny continuing to mount, many believe the full story behind these connections has yet to be revealed.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyoncé. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
You're gonna let him say that?
he had one.
Exactly.
He had
And
one.
he ain't show up.
No, he has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong. At the same time.
After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures were like fucking things to cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, he's been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because
from
he's
the
no
marriage.
longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things that.
As questions surrounding Diddy continue to dominate headlines, attention has increasingly shifted toward the celebrities who were frequently seen within his social and professional circles over the years. Many of the industry's biggest artists attended the same parties, shared the same stages, and appeared at the same exclusive events, creating a network of connections that is now being examined more closely than ever before. Photos, videos, and public appearances from past years continue to circulate online, leading some observers to wonder what those close to Diddy may have witnessed during that time. Names such as Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher are often mentioned in discussions because of their long-standing associations within the entertainment world. At the same time, an unusual incident in 2018 drew renewed attention after reports emerged involving Jonathan Auty, the man connected to a shooting at Trump National Doral, Miami. During subsequent interviews and legal proceedings, Auty made a series of extraordinary claims regarding his alleged relationship with Diddy, allegations that generated widespread media coverage, but have remained the subject of significant dispute and controversy. As more information continues to emerge, supporters and critics alike are revisiting these past events in search of answers about how extensive the connections surrounding the case may have been.
Shout at Dab Jam, we the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. There's no brotherly love. My biggest brother with all the boss, Ricky Ross, is in the house. Ricky Ross, report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him from thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay.
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Yes, without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the White Park.
Things may have just become far more complicated for Jay-Z and Beyoncé. A newly filed lawsuit now names 3 additional high-profile celebrities as potential witnesses, adding another layer to an already explosive legal battle. Unlike previous filings that reference unidentified individuals, this complaint directly names Jay-Z, Beyoncé, LeBron James, and Gloria Estefan in connection to an alleged event hosted by Diddy, where a man claims he suffered severe abuse and public humiliation. The plaintiff, Joseph Manzaro, alleges that in 2015 he was drugged, taken against his will, and permanently harmed as part of what he describes as a coordinated and coercive criminal operation. As Sean Diddy Combs continues to face mounting allegations while awaiting federal proceedings, this latest civil action introduces disturbing new claims. Filed in Florida on April 1st, the lawsuit states that Manzaro was allegedly rendered unconscious, moved without consent, and subjected to horrific treatment within an organized network, allegedly connected to Combs and several associates. Court records obtained by media outlets indicate that Manzaro identifies celebrities including Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as individuals who may have witnessed portions of the alleged events. According to the filing, the incident began in April 2015, when Manzaro says he encountered a greasy substance resembling petroleum jelly while opening the front door of his residence. Shortly afterward, he claims he lost consciousness and was transported to a separate property. There, an associate allegedly informed him that Combs wanted him brought to what was described as a freak-off gathering. Manzaro further alleges that he was covertly moved through a hidden passageway that he believes connected properties associated with Gloria and Emilio Estefan in Miami. Upon partially regaining awareness, he claims he found himself inside a large gathering that he believed was connected to a birthday celebration for Combs' son, Christian, who was 17 years old at the time. According to the complaint, he was allegedly forced to wear a mask shaped like male genitalia. The lawsuit further claims that Jay-Z and Beyoncé Knowles Carter were present in the room and that Beyoncé reacted with visible confusion after noticing him. Manzaro alleges he was then escorted through several crowded areas where attendees mocked, ridiculed, and humiliated him as he struggled to understand what was happening.
High-profile individuals, including Jacob Arabo, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, and Beyoncé Knowles Carter, are identified as witnesses due to their presence or knowledge of the events surrounding the freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. Wow. And freak-off, of course, is something that we've heard many times before, both in Combs' criminal case and other civil cases, to describe these prolonged sexual episodes, usually with sex workers. But Manzaro is suing Sean Combs. He is suing a man named Eric Mejias. He is suing Brendan Paul, who's been described in another lawsuit as Sean Combs' drug mule, Emilio Estefan, who is married to pop superstar Gloria Estefan, and Adria English, who filed her own lawsuit against Sean Combs, claiming she too was a victim of sex trafficking. By the way, it's interesting he's not suing these other celebrities that I mentioned, like Jay-Z and Beyoncé and Gloria Estefan, possibly because he doesn't believe their alleged liability amounted to a civil claim, but seems to want to call them as witnesses at a trial, although I have to imagine they will do everything in their power to quash any subpoena should this case.
Another high-profile figure now finding himself pulled into conversations surrounding the Diddy controversy is Will Smith. During a recent comedy performance in San Diego, Smith appeared to address the speculation head-on with a series of remarks that immediately caught the audience's attention. Referring to the growing allegations surrounding Diddy, he reportedly joked that he had never been anywhere near any of those so-called freak-off events. He followed the comment with another lighthearted quip, insisting that he doesn't even like baby oil, drawing laughter from the crowd while seemingly distancing himself from the ongoing scandal. The comments came after Diddy's legal troubles sparked renewed scrutiny of several celebrities who have been linked to him over the years through friendships, public appearances, and industry connections. Will Smith's name surfaced in some of the online discussions due to his long-standing presence within the same entertainment circles, leading many fans to speculate about the nature of those relationships. His public remarks appeared designed to shut down those rumors before they gained further momentum. At the same time, a separate controversy has resurfaced involving claims made by a former assistant who previously worked closely with Smith. The former employee alleged that he once witnessed Smith engaging in behavior that contradicted the public image of his marriage to Jada Pinkett Smith. Among the most attention-grabbing claims was an accusation that Smith had been involved in a relationship with actor Dwayne Martin. The allegation has circulated for years across tabloids and social media, generating endless debate, though it has never been substantiated with evidence. Even so, the timing of its reappearance has only intensified public interest as discussions surrounding celebrity connections, private lives, and long-standing rumors continue to dominate headlines.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. That's not baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people get so many things. People say so much stuff, but you know that one it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
Unlike many of the figures whose names continue to surface in discussions surrounding Diddy's legal troubles, 50 Cent has consistently positioned himself as an outspoken critic rather than a participant. For years, he has publicly questioned Diddy's behavior, associations, and lifestyle, often using social media to voice opinions that many others in the industry appeared unwilling to express. As new allegations emerged, 50 Cent became even more vocal, frequently commenting on developments and drawing attention to claims that were gaining traction online. Terrence Howard has expressed a similar perspective. The actor has suggested that one reason certain individuals feel comfortable speaking openly about powerful figures in the entertainment world because they were never personally involved in the activities being scrutinized. According to that viewpoint, people who have no connection to the alleged conduct have less reason to fear public examination or potential fallout. Their willingness to speak out, supporters argue, comes from the belief that they have nothing to conceal and no personal stake in protecting those accused. That perception has fueled much of the public conversation surrounding both men, while others have remained silent or carefully avoided the subject. 50 Cent and Terrence Howard have continued to address it directly, often presenting themselves as outsiders looking in, rather than insiders attempting to manage damage. Whether one agrees with their opinions or not, their comments have attracted significant attention because they stand in sharp contrast to the caution displayed by many of their peers. As scrutiny around Diddy and those connected to him continues to grow, voices willing to challenge the status quo are likely to remain at the center of the debate.
And you don't throw out allegations, but you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drugs. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work? Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
just
for
to
people to feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too, this is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Did he do it, right? I know
He did it.
You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way you would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little odd.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out.
One project generating enormous anticipation is the upcoming documentary backed by 50 Cent, a production many believe could shine a spotlight on years of unanswered questions surrounding Diddy and the people within his inner circle. First announced in late 2023, the documentary has been the subject of intense speculation ever since, with audiences eager to learn what new information may be presented when it finally reaches viewers. Interest has only grown as legal battles, public accusations, and industry reactions continue to unfold. According to reports, the documentary aims to explore the broader story behind the allegations rather than focusing solely on the headlines that have dominated news cycles. Supporters of the project argue that many details have remained hidden from public view, and that a deeper examination could provide important context regarding events that span multiple decades. As a result, the production has become one of the most closely watched entertainment projects connected to the controversy. A statement associated with the project emphasized that the goal is to examine a story with profound human consequences and far-reaching implications. The message stressed that the narrative extends well beyond viral clips, social media discussions, and breaking news reports. Instead, it seeks to explore the experiences of those who claim to have been affected, while presenting perspectives that may not have received widespread attention. The statement further expressed a commitment to amplifying voices that often go unheard and to approaching the subject with depth, balance, and authenticity. With public curiosity at an all-time high, many viewers are waiting to see whether the documentary will uncover new details, challenge existing narratives, or reveal aspects of the story that have remained out of sight until now.
It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation. Right. A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because, to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For, with brands, and he was ahead of me,
right?
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that, and then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit, like behind the scenes. He would do some foul shit, like.
Pressure appears to be mounting as Diddy's legal team faces another major setback in court. In a recent development, his attorneys reportedly requested a delay in the upcoming trial, arguing that they required additional time to review evidence, prepare witnesses, and finalize their defense strategy. The request sought to push proceedings back by roughly 2 months, a move that immediately sparked intense discussion among legal observers and the public alike. What makes the situation particularly noteworthy is that members of Diddy's defense team had previously expressed confidence in their readiness for trial. Attorney Mark Agnifilo had earlier suggested that the defense was fully prepared to address the allegations and challenge the government's case. That earlier confidence is now being closely scrutinized by critics, who question why additional preparation time is suddenly being requested if the team had already indicated it was ready to proceed. The court ultimately declined the request, meaning the current schedule remains in place and both sides must continue preparing under the existing timeline. For many following the case, the ruling signals that the legal process is moving forward despite efforts to secure a postponement. As trial dates draw closer, attention is increasingly focused on the evidence, witness testimony, and arguments that will be presented in court. Supporters of the prosecution believe the growing volume of allegations, documents, and testimony has created a difficult challenge for the defense to overcome. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team continues to maintain that their client will vigorously contest the accusations against him. With the judge refusing to grant additional time, the spotlight now shifts to the courtroom itself, where competing narratives will soon be tested under legal scrutiny, and where the next chapter of this closely watched case is expected to unfold.
Today, the music mogul appeared in court asking for a 2-month delay, but it was denied by the judge. Combs also asking to exclude a March 2016 video obtained by CNN, which apparently shows Combs physically assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. His attorneys allege the tape was manipulated, which CNN denies. Let's bring in ABC News chief investigative reporter Aaron Katersky, along with legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer. Aaron, let's start with you. It looks like court is going to start next month, that trial, despite that request of a pushback from Diddy and his defense team. What more do we know about what happens next?
Well, it's going to start with jury selection May 5th. The judge denied a request from Sean Combs' legal team for a 2-month adjournment to try and resolve some evidentiary disputes. The judge said there was no reason that he saw that there needed to be that kind of delay. Still plenty of time to prepare for trial.
As the case continues to develop, additional individuals are reportedly stepping forward with information that could play a role in the upcoming proceedings. What initially appeared to involve a relatively small number of alleged victims has expanded significantly, increasing both public attention and the potential scope of testimony that may be presented in court. Each new development has added further complexity to a case that was already attracting nationwide scrutiny. Among the names expected to draw considerable attention is Cassie, who has reportedly been identified as one of the witnesses federal prosecutors intend to call during the trial. Given her past relationship with Diddy and her previous legal allegations, her testimony is widely viewed as potentially significant to the government's effort to establish a broader picture of the events and conduct at the center of the case. Early reports suggested that only a limited number of alleged victims would be involved in the proceedings. However, more recent information indicates that the list of witnesses may be larger than initially expected. Observers following the case now believe prosecutors could present testimony from as many as 5 confirmed witnesses, each offering their own account and perspective regarding the allegations being examined. The growing number of potential witnesses has intensified interest in what may ultimately be revealed inside the courtroom. Prosecutors appear determined to build a comprehensive case through multiple sources of testimony, while the defense is expected to challenge both the credibility and interpretation of those accounts. With every new witness reportedly added to the proceedings, expectations continue to rise regarding the evidence that may be presented and the impact it could have on the outcome of one of the most closely watched legal battles in the entertainment industry.
About either, by the way, victim 4 or victim 5?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. I know on Tuesday when we had spoke, we were talking a lot about victim 4, who we know to be a former employee of Sean Diddy Combs. And a lot of the issues surrounding victim 4 in this particular part was about her emails. I can't confirm that this victim is a woman. But as far as her emails goes, the defense wanted the full scope of the emails that the government did not have access to. And so the defense, to their point, they just wanted the full extent of it so it can show a clear picture, because previously they were arguing that this alleged victim was just cherry picking messages and emails between herself and Diddy and sending it over to the government. The defense on their part, they wanted the full scope of the emails. But as far as the judge and his ruling, he said that requesting the full extent of the emails, which by the way are like 100,000 emails, it's a lot of emails, especially if you were having trial next month. But the request he had said, he being the judge, was a fishing expedition. But he said, and he kind of left the door open with this, that if the defense wanted to make a renewed motion pointing to specific emails, specific key terms, then they could go about filing the appropriate paperwork, see how they could go about doing.
Some of the biggest names in Hollywood are now being drawn further into the spotlight, with scrutiny showing no signs of easing. 50 Cent had previously warned about the direction things were heading, and as lawsuits continue to accumulate and more individuals come forward, public attention around the situation keeps intensifying. With the upcoming Did He Do It documentary also generating anticipation, interest in the wider story continues to grow. Like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on what develops next, subscribe and turn on notifications.